What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the FedEx Forum right here in Memphis, Tennessee, where for the very first time the Cincinnati Royals are going to be taking an NBA court for the regular season. About to get it underway. Make sure you hit that like button, as well as subscribe if you have to be brand new, as we are witnessing the first defensive possession in the history of the Cincinnati Royals right here. Memphis playing it a little bit slow, led by John Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr. trying to take it to the cup, and it's good. Joakim Noah couldn't do anything about it, unfortunately. So early 2-0 lead as John Morant going to try to take a little mid-range or danger, but it's blocked anyways. Can we finally get some points on the board? Weinwer pulling up from the mid-range. It's good. And Dylan Weinwer gonna be the first Cincinnati Royal to score in a regular season game. First 2 points in Royals history, as we got it all tied up here early at 2. Joakim Noah with another block. You'll love to see it. Leading the fast break as well. Avery Bradley gonna pull up. That's good as well. And we also take our first lead as well. Briefly, of course, still tied up at 4 apiece as we try to move it around a little bit. Bradley going to try to get it in the inside to Joakim Noah. That's no good. Memphis Grizzlies going to go ahead and take it on the break. They're a pretty dangerous team, as DeAndre Melton playing Olay defense, just letting Dylan Brooks get right to the cup. As Memphis looking to extend their lead after we turn the ball over once again. John Morant coming down the floor. Avery Bradley and Patrick Williams can't really stop him. Morant able to get to his spot. And that's early 8-6 lead here. As now Dylan Brooks has it out on top of the key. See what they can do here. Trying to toss the alley-oop to John Morant. He's got some hops, but we were able to stop it that time, as DeAndre Melton, our best player that we got from this expansion league draft, able to come ahead, get the foul, and get the and one as well. As Cincinnati playing tough here in our very first NBA game. Memphis a little bit better. They certainly got a couple of young budding superstars, but Cincinnati, playing as a team right now, keeping ourselves in this thing nonetheless. As Joakim Noah going to try to take a little mid-range shot, misses it, although he's not the best shooter in the world based off the NBA memes that have been circulating on the great land that is known as Twitter. As they go down court, Jonas Valanciunas already with his takeover badge on gets the bucket, and Cincinnati has to go ahead and take their first timeout as Memphis continues to extend their lead. Now get to their highest lead of the game so far, up to 6 points now. Multi-possession game going here as Dylan Brooks tries to take it in, but can't find any space right now. As Justice Winslow, we're going to try to take it in himself. He's a pretty good slasher. Takes advantage of the second round rookie and Josh Green. Easy 2 points for him right there. As Brooks all by himself. Surprised it didn't pull up for free. He certainly has the range to do it, but is going to go ahead, throw another alley-oop to John Morant. And this time that's good as well. And Cincinnati has to go ahead and take another timeout as well. As the Memphis Grizzlies, man, late in this first quarter, really starting to pull away. We'll see if we can get ourselves back into this thing as Tyler Hildebrand gets it to Chuck Diallo. What a affirming two-handed slam. Great pass by Tyler Hildebrand, the number 5 overall pick in this 2020 draft. As it's now back down to a 5-point game. We got the rebound once again. Tyler Hildebrand going to take it up court. Going to get it to the corner to our second round rookie and Josh Green, who sinks the three-pointer. Both rookies that we got in this draft playing so well so far in this game, as it's only a 3-point game going to the end of this first quarter. Gets it off to Derek Musa from the Expansion League draft, who lays it up. And after the end of the first quarter, man, looking pretty damn good. Gonna go ahead and first quarter play over, only down by 1. So we'll go ahead and see if we can build off this second quarter. As we try to pass it to Josh Green. He was kind of open, but it was a tough pass to make. And you saw it there as Jamal Crawford going to go ahead and shoot the free in the corner, which is no good. So now Josh Green going to take it up, pass it up to Tyler Hildebrand, the fellow rookie, who's able to draw the foul and is actually going to go ahead and make both free throws as well. So Cincinnati now with a very short lead. Hildebrand passing it to Avery Bradley, one of the 2 veterans that are on this team. He able to lay it up as well. It's now Cincinnati with a 3-point lead, and we get another block as well. On the other end, Tyler Hildebrand gonna pass it to Alik Samajalik, who puts down the emphatic one-handed slam. And now a 5-point game here. Musa gonna try to pull up from 3. That's no good. Dan Clark gonna pass it out to the Memphis Grizzlies. Gonna try to get it, of course. Tyus Jones gets blocked at the rim, but Memphis is able to get the rebound though. We're gonna try to move it around a little bit here. Only 10 seconds left on the shot clock as Tyus Jones has the ball. Gonna get the screen from his man in the middle and makes the open jumper. So that makes it a 3-point game once again. As there's another alley-oop. Morant, he gets blocked twice at the rim. Jonas Valanciunas, though, gets the rebound. He's going to try to pull it up himself. He misses. Puts it up, misses again. So the Memphis Grizzlies, they had 4 chances to go ahead and try and get a bucket, but it doesn't work. As we miss shortly afterwards, trying to push quickly does not work out for us. And Memphis, Dan Clark gonna go ahead and get some points on the board on the other end. As this game still remaining very tight. Game could go either way. We'll see what happens here as we got Dan Clark in the corner. The rookie misses the shot though, but Jonas Valanciunas somehow able to clean it up as both Derek Musa and Joakim Noah were not able to get the rebound. As Memphis now with an opportunity to try to take this lead here, passing it to the corner to Justice Winslow, who can't make the 3-pointer. So now Cincinnati Royals, they're going to be rocking back, trying to get a layup up here. And we draw the foul. DeAndre Melton able to make both his free throws. As Cincinnati still holding on to a very narrow lead here, 40-39 late in this second quarter. As John Morant trying to step back but misses. Jonas Valanciunas does get the rebound, but Cincinnati skin the stop, and what a play! Josh Green with the reverse 2-handed slam. Oh my lord! What a dunk on the fast break there, young fella. First NBA game drafted in the 2nd round. Chuck Diallo from a Josh Green pass as well. And Josh Green, man, he is really starting to go off. Remember, NBA 2K, they recommended us not signing this kid onto the squad, but we liked what we saw from this kid in the preseason, what he could potentially bring to this team, and he's really showing it right now as we are now holding a 6-point lead. Josh Green trying to play some defense there, but John Morant, very good when it comes to the contact layups and gets it to go. As now it's just a 2-point game. Memphis with an opportunity to score. John Morant gonna go ahead and lay it up himself to tie this thing all up at 51. As the Royals will try to go ahead, hold on to it, but Josh Green is gonna pull the trigger and gets the free to fall. 54-51 Cincinnati. And we just finished up a half of basketball, and Cincinnati is holding on. Can we get the dub here? Josh Green playing out of his mind right now. 14 points in the first half. First NBA game as well. Not to mention, we'll see if we can do it here in the second half as well as we try to go ahead, as it's not a good start for us. John Morant able to get a steal and turn around and get an easy layup on the other end as Memphis looks to retake the lead. Gonna pass it out to Jonas Valanciunas, who I didn't realize has really added a free ball to his game. So just a more dangerous guy moving forward as they got that 3-pointer to fall. But John Morant going the other way once again. He is just so dangerous in transition. It has been absolutely insane right now. As here's Jaren Jackson Jr. going to try to force one up, but Jonas Valanciunas just getting whatever he wants. The big men for Cincinnati just simply have no answer for him. Joakim Noah, you can tell, definitely out of his prime. as Cincinnati is starting to fall apart here a little bit here in this third quarter. Morant in the corner gets that one to fall as well, and just in a blink of an eye, Memphis coming out with a massive run to start the second half, as Cincinnati had to call a timeout. So we'll go ahead and see what we can come up with here as Avery Bradley tries a pull-up from 3. That's no good. And here come the Grizzlies again. They're very dangerous. Nobody picking up John Morant as Avery Bradley just lets him go right past him. An easy, I mean very easy bucket for the third-year player, as Jaren Jackson trying to go ahead. Lays it up himself. And it's good as well. Lead really starting to increase as Cincinnati trying to fight back. Patrick Williams going to try to lay it up himself, but just can't make it happen. Another block for the Memphis Grizzlies, making it easy for their transition game when they can get those kinds of blocks as well, as Ken Anderson goes ahead and lays it up for Memphis. As look at that free field goal percentage here in this third quarter. Memphis is shooting 79% from the field in this quarter, and it's really propelled them to this double-digit lead that they got going here. Now up to 80% now. The defense basically non-existent for the Cincinnati Royals. As we do thankfully get a stop here, which turns into a fast break for Tyler Hildebrand, the number 5 overall pick. Lays it up. What a slam for the Rook. As now we try to cut into this thing before the end of the third quarter, down by 13. Keita Bates-Diop tries to lay it up before the end of the quarter, but it's no good. And Memphis really starting to pull away here in the third quarter of play. Memphis going into that fourth quarter leading 85-73. We'll see if the Cincinnati Royals can pull it out in our very first NBA game in its team history. Fourth quarter going to be coming very soon. We'll see what we can do in Memphis. So let's go, man. Fourth quarter of play. Let's go ahead and get it done, fellas. As it looks like Jonas Valanciunas can do a little bit of dribbling too, although gets a little greedy, and Chuck Diallo able to get the steal. Going to pass it to Keita Bates-Diop, who is able to lay it up, and it's good. So nice little way to start the second half right here, as we only find ourselves down by 11, but another costly turnover. Anderson gonna go ahead, bring it all the way up, passes it to the last second to Jamal Crawford. So either allow that jumper or allow a really easy layup, so you gotta live with that, on a fast break defense. Josh Green did what he could do, but again, Memphis really starting to pull away as John Morant tries to go for free, misses that one. DeAndre Mellon going the other way with Chuck Diallo with another two-handed slam. What a nice slam. Chuck Diallo looking like a really nice young player that we could potentially build around when it's all said and done. As Simalajek going to try to pull the little mid-range or danger. It's no good, as my controller actually dies out on me, making it a lot easier of a layup. And also on top of that, Josh Green has gone ice cold. They have really contained them in the second half, and it's a big reason why they've been able to build such a massive lead right now. 20-point game we're talking about right now, as Patrick Williams going to pass it out to Miles Frazier Jr., who comes off the bench for the very first time today and slams it down in the limited action. As right now it's just more of an effort thing, just to see what guys are going to go and be willing to give, as it simply does not look good for the Cincinnati Royals right now. Less than 4 minutes left to play and down by 19 points. Been a tough ride here in the second half, and that's going to be a big issue for us here in this first season. Just consistency, putting together 4 quarters of quality basketball. Was able to do in the first half, but second half we have certainly fallen off here, as looks like Memphis Grizzlies, unless there is a massive miracle here today, they're actually going to pull it off, but we're not going to go down without a fight, as DeAndre Mellon is able to get the layup to go and gets the and one as well. But 107-89 with 15 seconds left to play. Gonna at least get one more bucket here before the end of this game. Dylan Weinwer, who scored our very first bucket in team history, he's gonna actually get the last bucket for us here, as Memphis is going to go ahead, just run out the clock, and no need to play hard defense here, as Memphis is going to go ahead and win this thing by a final score of 107-92. And I'll have to say this, there's certainly some things that I've liked that I saw. This team certainly fought, but the talent disparity really showed in the second half. So this is what the final stats of the game ended up looking like, and Ja Morant, man, went off. Actually, multiple guys went off for the Grizzlies. Ja Morant, player of the game, man, 33.7 rebounds and 12 assists. Dude was very close to a double-double. Speaking of double-doubles, though, Jonas Valanciunas did, hit 21 points and 27 rebounds. The man was a monster, and we didn't really have much of a answer for him yet, but we had some decent games over on the other side. Josh Green, playing in his first ever NBA game, second round pick, played extremely well actually. 17 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Looked very good in the first half. He did fizzle out in the second half, however. Chuck Diallo and a bunch of other guys didn't get double digits. I like what we saw overall. That third quarter was absolutely a difference maker, though, in favor of the Grizzlies. Gotta be able to play a full 4 quarters of basketball if we're gonna win, some of these NBA games, in our first year in the league. So then after the game, though, we went ahead and simulated, for the rest of December. Obviously, as you guys know, was not going to play every single game throughout the season, because then series would just take too long. You guys would get bored after the first handful of games. But I will play at least 1 game a month, and this first month of NBA basketball that we had here today was not looking pretty for the most part. We took a lot of L's, but ironically, our first win was against the team that we just played. We played the Grizzlies. That was the team that we actually went out and beat. And Chuck Diallo, he went out there, did his thing, man. Leading scorer for us out there on the court. That was not the only game that we won, though. We did beat the Spurs. We beat the Heat, who made it deep into the NBA playoffs, I believe representing the Eastern Conference, if I'm not mistaken. And then, of course, beat the Pacers as well, and then took some big losses to LA Lakers and the LA Clippers, who are considered title favorites. So no surprises there, but next episode I will go ahead and play against the Minnesota Timberwolves. They are headlined basically, they got some guys on this squad, D'Angelo Russell and Karl Anthony Towns, as well as the rookie that we chose to pass up on. Ultimately, we could have traded up but chose not to. Anthony Edwards, the 4th overall pick, gonna go up against our 5th overall pick. It's gonna be a good game, man. So if you are excited about this series, do me a favor, man, and please smash that like button, as well as hit subscribe if you have to be new. This is John J. Game on the mic. Hope you guys are all out there having a wonderful day. Take care, everybody.